Sorry?
Not yet.
Welcome to the World Book Day Book Bazaar live stream. Today, we are pleased to invite Miss Chong Lingying of Asiapac Books to introduce and launch Asiapac Books' new titles, Sacred Guardian. Let's welcome Lingying.
And we are live.
Hi.
Oh, yeah.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
Everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to our live stream today. We're at the Times Bookstore at Waterway Point. My name is Ling Ying from Asiapac Books. And today, we're very, very fortunate to have with us Aidil Johari, the author of the comic book Sacred Guardians, and also Arik Hidayah Amin, the voice actor who's going to be the star of our upcoming audio drama for Sacred Guardians, the comic book. So welcome to everyone today. Yay! Okay, so we just started, so I think it'll take everyone a few minutes to join us on the live stream. So while we're starting, I'm going to introduce our speakers. And just a gentle reminder to everyone who's joining us on the live stream today, please do say hello in the comments. We can actually see the comments as the event is going on right here. So if you want to say hello to Aidil and Arik, if you're a fan of the Sacred Guardian series, if you're a fan of local comic books from Singapore, please give us a comment in the chat and we'll get back to you later during the Q&A.
Shout out.
Yeah, just shout out, guys. You can ask us whatever you want. You can say anything you want.
Yeah, show us your support. Show the boys some love. Yeah, so
Provided it's PG.
yeah. So today, I'm going to introduce our speakers. First of all, I'm going to introduce Arik. I think Arik is his first time appearing with us on one of our book live streams.
Yeah, it's my first time. Thank you so much. Honestly, I've not been involved in any kind of book launches because I do read a lot of books. You can ask Aidil. I have a library in my house.
He does.
So, but
Wow.
this is my first time, like, wow, I'm involved in a book launch. I used to see this scene a lot in TV shows, book launches.
Yeah.
But this is my first time being in one. So thank you.
And it's not only is the first time, it's the first video live stream.
Oh, yeah.
Book launch. So it's a little bit unusual for because this edition is for the online book fair with the Singapore Publishers Association. So let me introduce Arik for those of you who are new to him. Arik, he made his first TV appearance in 2003 in a show called Gelang Sipaku Gelang, before he went on to pursue his studies in music at LaSalle from 2005 to 2007. So Arik is a multi-talented performer. His work ranges from TV to film to music production. His recent acting work includes the most notable film, 7 Letters, HBO Asia's Folklore, and also a couple of MediaCorp series, including Faculty, Devoted, and also another recent short film, What We May Be, which bagged you the Best Actor Award at the National Youth Film Awards 2020.
Yes.
So congrats.
Thank you. But that was last year.
Yeah.
This year, we will get an award for Sacred Guardians.
Yes, exactly. So it's really a great honor to have an actor with us for the first time. Because, of course, for the upcoming audio drama production, we didn't just work with Aidil, who was the scriptwriter for the audio drama as well. We also worked with a whole, I think maybe
ensemble
a
of people.
whole ensemble of local actors, including
talents,
Arik, who is acting as the star character, Dave. And it's something very new for us and something very exciting. So we're very, very excited to be able to talk about that today. And then now I will introduce, let's move on to Aidil. Yeah, so Aidil is the writer and also the script writer for the Sacred Guardians audio drama and comic book. And Aidil actually is a very multi-talented performer as well.
Really?
He is not just a writer, but he's also a video director at Toku Asia Pictures. And also he has been, actually for this audio drama, he has been doubling up as a voice talent. And he has been, how many characters did you act for this audio drama? I
I
think
think
at least 2 or 3.
I think at least two. I
At
only
least two,
remember
huh?
two. Yeah, at least two.
Yeah. So Adil is very lucky to have with him with us today.
No, lah, okay.
Actually, Sacred Guardians is Adil's first book project.
Yes.
Yeah, but we're looking forward to seeing many more books coming from Adil, and also more TV and video work coming from the Sacred Guardians team in general. So that's it for the introductions. Maybe if I can introduce myself, I'm Ling Ying.
From
I'm-
Asiapac.
Yeah, from Asiapac Books. Yay. And I was one of the editors working on this book and also the publisher. So this is basically the creative team that worked on this series. Today, Alan Bay, the comic artist, he couldn't join us for the filming, but he's also another important person. Of course, his artwork is on every page. And we strongly recommend that readers who are online now, you can visit the links on the Facebook pages to check out more about this book. And so that everyone can enjoy some of the amazing artwork that's in this book, we're going to play an animated video trailer. So Cecilia, please play the video.
Mid-bear. Insane, bro.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so the video has ended, guys. By the way, I think we're getting some feedback from some of the viewers that the camera quality might have some issues. But for those of you who are online with us, please bear with us. We're also leaving us the feedback as well. We saw some of you have already left some comments in the comments. So just we can say hi to Tina, Ming Yao, Clara, and Mitch. They are online
Hi,
with us today.
Tina,
So,
Ming Yao, Mitch.
Yeah, hi guys.
yeah, for those of you who join us, thanks so much.
And girls,
Yeah, boys and girls.
boys, men and ladies.
Yeah, thanks for joining us today. Okay, so today we're going to do something a bit different from our previous live streams. We're going to be doing a dramatic reading of the Sacred Guardians story. And that's why we brought Eric.
Give a big round of applause to Aidil.
No, it's also Eric. Yeah, so we have such talented people here with us today.
The most famous guy doesn't say anything.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a fantastic opportunity for us to do a dramatic reading of this
Okay.
story. So without further ado, we're going to start reading.
So we're not gonna give like too much spoilers for the book. So we're gonna read bits and pieces of the book. So at least you guys know what the book is all about. Shall we?
Okay, let's begin.
Is there special effects music to that?
Ding, 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 ding.
I chose to stay behind when the rest of my kind departed. They said our duties in this world were over. Our enemies were gone and mankind could defend themselves. What we did not mention was that the war had dwindled our numbers and weakened our life force. I love this world. The people, the smell, especially the smell of rendang. I'd rather die than live for an eternity without rendang. Just the thought of it makes me hungry again.
I had to be the shopkeeper.
You do. Okay.
Okay, shopkeeper. Toys, dolls, all newly imported from the west and the east. Come and see, sir.
Ooh, cute.
Ah, you certainly have an eye for good things, sir.
A Tang doll. Interesting.
That doll is an exquisite piece from the far north. I was told the doll represents one of your deities and will surely bring you good luck.
Deity, eh?
Hmm.
How much for it then, sir?
Well, it is just the one piece that I have. It's quite rare, you see. 5 silver pieces, and it's yours.
That's all the money I have on me right now. For the whole month. I'll take it.
Good deal, sir. Now, give me the money. I'll send the doll to your house later.
This will make a good addition to my collection.
Good decision, sir. Thank you, thank you. Another one sold. Business is so good. We need more people like him.
Okay, now we're looking at a crowded.
Is this
so
me?
Now just surround sound talking. Okay. Then refugees.
Refugees.
Okay, you start.
I'll be a
Refugee one.
refugee.
I'll
Oh,
be
where
refugee.
did they all come from? There's so many of them.
Refugees? Is there a war out there? Who is attacking who?
You! Go and inform the Temangong of the situation now. The rest of you, go to the militia quarters and have them set up a temporary holding area at the western portfield.
Yes, sir.
May I ask what is happening here, sir? Where are these people from?
Oh, it's you. You teach at the public school, Dave, isn't it?
Yes, it is me.
Okay, well, so it's quite tough, huh? We received a letter from the Bengkali Sportmaster of the Kantoli Kingdom. The letter informs us that a huge number of their citizens are on their way to seek refuge. The Temangong has agreed to receive them, so we are expecting more coming.
Refuge?
Hmm.
Did it mention where they're taking refuge from?
Well, the letter said their cities are under assault by unknown forces. Cities and villages, all empty. Rumor is the Kandoli Raja and his soldiers have fallen.
Destroyed?
Yeah, I'm afraid you must talk to the refugees, but only after we have settled them in.
I didn't sense this at all. Have my powers weakened that much? Something strange is afoot in Swarna Dweepa. Yet here I stand, clueless.
Okay.
I need to be sure.
Okay.
I need to go check. There is one place here where I can channel my senses. Bukit Tima. Here! Faster, my friend. That was a horse, by the way.
I know, yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. I
I
must
mean,
say, it's really a very different experience when you read the words and when you hear the voices.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
So I was telling Ideal, look, I mean, I grew up watching cartoons, animation, right?
Mhm.
Like, I'm a big fan of my manga, Naruto, Bleach, right?
Yeah.
And I kept thinking like, oh yeah, why didn't I think of this? Why didn't someone came out with this, like where, you can read like the magazine or the manga at the same time, but it comes with like accompanied like audio, you can like play the audio and you can flip. So it feels like more alive instead of just like, you need to imagine how this guy will actually speak.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because it's like when you read, right, there's a kind of voice in your head. But
Yes.
the voice, right, is not as good as Eric's voice. It's not as good as Andy's voice. So to me, when I read it and I hear your, I'm like, whoa.
No,
I am
sometimes the
totally
problem
mind
is when I read, right, everybody's voice is actually like the same voice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
When
your
we-
own
It's
voice.
just like
Yeah.
mental voice,
Yeah.
but it's like uniform. Everyone's actually the same voice.
But when we say that, right, we
Yeah.
actually somehow switch our character voice.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it's a lot of difference. So I guess what Arik said is correct. When we hear it, it's more immersive, and even our voice changes to adapt the characters that we are reading. But when we read in our head, it's like they all sound almost the same.
So usually you are very dependent on the visuals only.
Yeah.
But this one is like, the five senses thing. You
No, I
get
can't
to
wait.
see, you get to hear.
Mhm.
It's like a 2G experience.
Oh my god! Now I
Yeah.
can't wait for the audio book to come out, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we can talk a little bit more to share with the audience. So the audio drama for this comic book is actually on the way right now. It's going to be released in May this year. The comic book came out end of last year in September, but of course that was during the pandemic period. So we're very excited that we have this second adaptation of the book to talk about, and we'll be marketing it and releasing it next month. So look forward to that.
Will it be available for free?
Yes.
It's available for free.
Yeah.
So if let's say my friends already have a copy of Sacred Guardians, they
Yeah.
can just like, is it like a website downloadable or
So it'll be on Spotify, it'll be on
Spotify,
SoundCloud, it will be on all major audio platforms,
streaming platforms lah?
YouTube as well, and it'll be
Right.
available for free.
Right.
Yeah,
so
so-
if I can just flip the book and start playing the audio from my house, right?
Yeah, that's right. So you can have a reading party with your friends.
I
Yeah,
see.
and then everyone can listen to the audio together and read the comic book together. So it's a great time to pick up more copies of the Sacred Guardians book,
Sacred
so
Guardian,
that you
guys.
can have a, like a 4D experience reading comic books
Yeah.
with your friends.
And I think we may even be having events where you can attend, where the
Mhm.
actors, more than just Eric, almost all of them will be present.
All the cast lah.
Yeah, so we may have events like that in the future. So keep an eye out for news from Asiapac site.
Yeah,
Yeah,
follow us on social media, Facebook. There's also a Sacred Guardians singer
Page.
Guardian Singer page, yes.
Yeah, so you guys can also follow for more updates on those social media channels.
If you're wondering why there's no Secret Guardian for the other four, they haven't been set up yet. I mean, they are on the way. I mean, right now we have Secret Guardian Singer, we have Secret Guardians, right?
Probably they're
So-
still fighting battles in
Yeah,
other
they're-
parts of the
They're,
world.
they're still busy settling their stuff.
Mm,
But when they come up, we'll let you guys know.
yeah. So stay tuned for more news there. And then for today's dramatic reading, we didn't want to give away too much of the story, but we're going to do another section of the book.
Another section now.
Yeah, another
Okay,
section.
let me see.
Because it's so we already know that we're in the ancient kingdom. We already know that Dave cannot resist a good salesman.
Oh yeah, I have a question, right?
Yeah.
I have a question to Ideal.
Mm.
Like Dave, he's just teacher, right? He's
Mm.
the
Yeah,
teacher.
he's a teacher.
So he doesn't earn a lot of money. Like he's not like the king or something, right?
Yep.
So he sees a Tang doll,
Mm.
and then he says like, "That's all the money I have on me right now, for the whole month."
Yep.
Why would he spend all his money on a Tang doll?
Well, actually, there's a backstory for that. Because we condensed the story, right? So Dave actually has a couple of buddies on Tomasi itself. I mean, you cannot live alone. So when I first wrote Dave's character, every pay that he gets, he compulsively spends it on ancient, interesting toys of the past.
It sounds
So-
like my wife, man. He just buy things, right?
So Dave,
Yeah.
Dave is a sort where in the past it's not it's quite different where you can grow your own food, right? You can rear your
Yeah.
own meat. So that was how they live. So when it comes to food and living, it's really not an issue
Mm.
because you get the food from around your house. So your money is actually for you to purchase luxury and stuff, right?
Oh, back in the day, I
Back
mean
in the
that's how
day,
it's supposed to be,
yeah.
lah. Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to be. So any money you get is basically just to buy maybe repair your house, maybe buy a horse, buy more things, So for Dave, when he runs out of money, I mean when he needs something, he'll just go around. Actually, he's also he goes around borrowing money from his friends. So yeah, I mean he doesn't earn a lot, but most of what he earns goes to toys.
Right.
And one of the things that we do not show is the collection of toys that Dave has.
Right. So he's
Yeah.
like a kid stuck in a grown man's body.
No, it's not. It's not really. He's just fascinated by
He just
by
loves
toys.
toys.
Yeah, because we must understand that in those days, toys is like art, right?
Right.
Yeah, like today, you see toys. Okay, they're just toys for kids. But toys back then, toys in the past actually have different meanings for different people. There's other adults even buy them, right?
Right.
Just just for decoration in the house or to symbolize something. So it's not. I mean, right now we use the word toys, but back then it was probably something
Yeah, let's
else.
hope he
Yeah.
doesn't find this toy called Chucky.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So now we're going to somewhere else in ancient Southeast Asia. We're going to the Kantoli Kingdom.
Okay,
Okay,
I'll read
over
this
to
part.
you, Dave.
The Kantoli Kingdom was a Malay kingdom in Sumatra, established in the 5th century. Many historians refer to the Kantoli Kingdom as the predecessor to the mighty Sriwijaya Kingdom, which came to dominate much of ancient Southeast Asia later on. The Liu Song dynasty of China received several embassies from Kantoli, and the two kingdoms engaged in trade that contributed to the wealth of the Kantoli Kingdom. So what is this part actually, Ideal? This Kantoli and the Liu Song.
Oh, it's actually just records of the kingdom actually existing during that time.
Right.
So the Liu Song dynasty was a short-lived dynasty in China. I mean, we all know, well aware. But during that period, they actively wrote about their trade and correspondence with the Malay kingdom of Kantoli, which today we know to be the predecessor to the Sriwijaya.
Right.
Yeah.
So this scene here is happening during this time.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
During the time that the Kantoli kingdom was actually in our story, it's near the end of its life.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, I shall carry on with this scene right now, but I will need some help from you guys.
Yep.
Okay, it seems like we have a few other characters here aside from Dave. So is
Yeah.
it possible that you guys assist me? Okay.
Yeah.
Ling Ying, maybe you can be the girl. And...
No, Ling Ying can be Sina as well.
Sina?
Okay.
And all of us can be
I'll be-
demons.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do that.
Okay, let's go. Okay, I'll start. Where are we?
We are somewhere in Swarna Bhumi, near the palace city of the Kantoli Kingdom. There is no one here because they have been taken by Rakshasas of Narak as food.
Demons?
The Raja of Kantoli is now a demon. He is no longer human. His soldiers are now his minions. That is why the sacred spirit animal, once war mounts of the High Lords of Azur, had chosen the 5 of you. But before that, let us make camp and eat first. I'm sure you're all hungry. I am.
Yay! Munch. Okay,
Makan
time
time.
to makan.
Makan
Okay,
time,
okay,
makan. Oh, this Dave is a bit peculiar. He's very serious. Suddenly he said, "Okay, itadakimasu." You know?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, he's that kind of character.
yeah,
It's
that kind of.
like a school teacher.
Yeah.
A bit like a school teacher.
The
Okay.
school teacher, he's goofy. But
So
he's
makan already, ah. Now makan already, makan already.
Yeah.
I shall explain now. I am a warrior of Azur, or an Asura of your people, as your people call us. I am the last of my kind, yet I am not alone. The high lords of my kind use war mounts, spirit animals of this world, to ride into battle and fight alongside them. Oh, this is the one, huh?
These
So
are
this is
examples
a
of the
spirit animals.
in their feral form.
Yeah. So not sure what we can show, but
They are still here. They do not exist in our physical world and can only manifest with the power of the High Lords who are no longer here. That is why the 5 of you are chosen to be the noble host.
But why us?
In your previous lives, you are all noble sages, spiritual leaders. Your souls are pure. That is why.
me? Pure?
Please, don't ask me how all this works. I do not know as well. The cosmic law is such that even I am bound by it. If you all agree, each one of you will commit to a soul contract with a sacred spirit animal. This contract will bind your souls to each other eternally.
What if we refuse?
If you refuse, then I will open a portal back to your homes. Though it won't be long before the demons reach you, killing everyone and destroying everything around you.
Wow.
Well, it seems like these guys got no choice.
Yeah.
So it's either you be the sacred guardian host,
Or we
or be vegetable.
Yeah.
Right.
Actually, Ideal is it's such a cruel story if you think about it.
It is.
Because these characters, they're kids,
But if you think about it, a lot of superheroes, even in the West, a lot of the superheroes, they didn't want to be superheroes. In a way, they are like forced to be superhero.
Yeah, it's the writers, I think.
Like, who's the guy who run very fast?
Flash.
Right. He didn't choose, I want to run very fast.
Oh.
Suddenly something happened to him, and okay.
Accident is also divine will, right?
Divine will, right?
Like
so this one is like, what is that called? Universe lah. The universe has decided
that they are going to be the heroes.
Singaporean context, like, you cannot escape. Right? Cannot escape. No choice. Must pay parking.
It's just like driving. It's just like driving.
No choice.
No choice. I must pay ERP on.
This is no choice lah. So these guys are kind of like coerced by the universe to be superheroes in a way lah.
Yes, they have been, I think the background story for this is that I think even from their past life, they've always been meant to be heroes. Yeah. So
Dave mentioned something about their heart being pure, right? So is this like the prerequisite of the spirit animal, or is it Dave?
It's the spirit animals.
So the spirit animals, they can only be one with someone who is pure of heart.
Yes.
Wow.
Technically, like when I wrote the story, it's you see, when they choose the host, right? It's only somebody that is around the area that they can sense, and when you sense a pure soul, I mean, in the mythology of Southeast Asia, like we believe in being a very centric Buddhist Hindu culture in the past. So there's this idea of the pure souls always re-emerging among us, to guide us, to make sure that mankind do not stray. Yeah. So just using that.
Right. But it's like a more localized in this region context. Yeah, like
very Southeast Asian.
What's the girl who had to kiss the prince but must be true love? Is it?
It's the princess and the frog that turned into the prince.
But it must be
It's
a
Shrek,
kiss, right? The what's that called? The prerequisite is must be
a princess
of true love, right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
this one, the prerequisite is must be pure of heart,
Yes.
right?
Mm.
Yeah, because you're pure of heart, my friend.
No, I'm just.
So Lee, what do you think of this scene? Okay, I don't think I'm going to continue because the next part sounds very exciting. So this is the part where they actually transform to be the sacred guardians. Yeah, I think I'm not going to read this. I think I'm going to let the audience find out for themselves, like how these guys actually transform to be sacred guardians.
Yeah, and also I think this part a bit challenging for us to act it out on the spot, because this is where the sound effects and the super action drama kind of voice acting
Jiva
is
boom,
used.
jiva boom,
Jiva boom, jiva.
It's a little bit beyond us lah. So today we will have to stick with these two sections that we've read out earlier.
Well, the next best thing you can do is get the comic book and wait for the audio drama to come out.
Yeah, exactly. So the audio drama is going to have sound effects, is going to have a whole ensemble cast of voice actors. So it's going to be something that's very cinematic, and we're really looking forward to sharing it with everyone and hearing what you guys think about it.
Okay, Ling, I'm part of this Sacred Guardians. Yes, it's my first time recording an audiobook for like a comic, right? I just want to find out something, like, because I'm not in the scene, I don't know so much about magazines or
Books
comics.
or comics.
Is this the first audiobook of its kind in Singapore or in the region?
Okay, so actually,
Because I tried to look for like I told you, I used to read like manga when I was younger. I've never heard of like an audiobook accompaniment. So like a comic book like this, is this the first of its kind which comes with an accompaniment of an audiobook?
Yeah, I think it's something quite new. I'm not sure if everyone online here nowadays listens to audiobooks, but I think audiobooks are starting to become more and more popular in Singapore, especially when we have companies like Storytel and Audible releasing podcasts and audiobooks. But what we realize is that when we listen to audiobooks, you have, say, Michelle Obama narrating her story, but we
Right.
haven't really seen something where we have different actors voicing different characters inside a comic book. So as a comic book publisher, we wanted something, we wanted to do something a bit different. And then actually we went back and looked at radio dramas from very long ago.
1980s.
Yeah,
This
from the
started in 80s,
80s,
yeah.
90s. That's the like Rediffusion
Yeah, that's how I
era.
got influenced by this radio drama actually.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe it seems a little bit different from what we've been doing in the past, but actually it's a format that I think people are familiar with. If you listen to those fiction podcasts or those non-fiction podcasts like Serial, they also do this kind of like cinematic treatment for their stories. And we're very lucky that Sacred Guardians was written by a TV screenplay writer. So Ideal's, his comic book story, we felt like, actually it can translate to sound pretty well. So we did run through and think about it quite a lot before we decided to go ahead with this project. And it's very exciting. I think the opportunity to do something new, it's a lot of fun. And we're very lucky to have a writer who can also take on the director role.
Sacred
and the
Guardians
casting,
2.
Yeah, I think we really want more support. Yeah, because we're really looking forward to doing more with this story and these characters.
So currently this magazine is available in, is it,
It's available in
do I get my
bookstores.
friends to buy this online, or
Yeah.
is it on Sacred Guardians website?
I think we're.
So there are many places where you can purchase the book
Okay.
right now.
I'm sorry, I'm asking
Yeah.
on behalf of my friends who they're trying to support me, but they don't know where they can purchase the books.
So
Yeah.
let me do a bit of an advertisement.
Okay.
You may purchase this book at the various online platforms, including Go Guru, including Asiapac Books,
Asiapac
and
Books.
including the Sacred Guardians website themselves. And in fact, if you buy it on their website, you can get exclusive merchandise, along with the comic book. And other places where you can buy this include
Offline.
Kinokuniya, Times, bookstores. All the major bookstores in Singapore should have this book. And if they don't, you can go to the staff in the bookstore and say, "Hey, I want this comic book. It's really, really good." And then get the staff to do a special order with us. We really hope that everyone will support us and support this project. We think that there's still so much to discuss Sacred Gardens universe.
Yes.
There's
My
been
wife
a
got
TV
one already.
show.
That's why I got this hat. So we actually got it from the
Oh.
website.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. So we have some merch available also. So do check it out at the Sacred Guardians website.
There'll also be more merch and more bundles coming up, but of course there'll be discounts for those who have previously purchased the Sacred Guardians comic book. I mean, you just need to show that you purchased it.
Yeah.
So just to thank people who already supported the book, I know we are giving away discounts on our merchandise. More merchandise related to the comic book coming up. But for right now, we have a bundle that
show them the
comes
mask.
with the cap.
Yeah.
And also we have a Sacred Guardian Singa mask. This from the shirt. These are the Sacred Guardian
Yeah,
marks.
there's a T-shirt.
Yeah.
We have
So
merchandise
this is,
T-shirt.
yeah,
Aiyo,
this is-
Yeah, mine is
His is
$5.
This is an ancient fishnet from Tomase kind of shirt.
It's a
You know,
fishnet.
when you go fishing, you cannot be pulled down by water.
Yeah, so I decided to
But yeah, I mean, Dave likes red, and Dave doesn't like to wear shirts. So, unless he has to fight.
I see.
but please do support us. Thank you so much, and for those who have supported us, really, really, really appreciate it. Really thankful for all the love.
I also want to thank you, Ideal, for inviting me to be part of the ensemble cast for Sacred Guardians
think I'm-
audio drama.
I think I'm the one who should be thanking you for.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
I because I'm just very used to TV and film, so
Mhm.
this is like, I feel this is like a dream come true if I was like a someone in my teenagers, I'm still reading all this manga. I'm like, wow, I now get to be part of like a
Yeah.
comic series,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I think it's something very okay, doing a ancient setting. Let's say we do a TV show, right, or animated series. Wow, the budget it would be crazy.
Yep.
So it's actually quite
Probably millions.
I think maybe that will happen somewhere in the distant future. But
Yeah.
for now, it's a great privilege to work with so many talented actors
Any-
for the audio
Yeah,
drama.
any tycoon watching this, if you think you want a animated show and want to sponsor, please call us.
Yeah,
Call
guys.
me, call me, or call Ari,
Yeah, make it happen, guys.
Don't call me. I cannot do anything.
and then he'll pass you to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can really see this turning into like a TV show like what is that called?
Avatar.
Yeah, like Avatar. The cartoon Avatar.
Yeah, about
Yeah.
right.
Avatar. I really feel like this can be well translated to be like an anime of that quality. Avatar or probably even a
Naruto.
It's anime.
Anime lah, yeah,
anime.
anime.
Yeah,
anime.
cartoons,
I think it will work
anime.
well if it's an anime. But of
Mm.
course, if we are funded by, like Steven Spielberg or something, we probably can make this into a very nice movie, because
Yeah,
this represents like the Southeast Asia, right?
yeah, the different heroes.
Yeah, so the different heroes of Southeast Asia, and then it feels to me like when I go through this comic, like it feels like we have Chinese, Malay, like
yeah,
all the
actually,
different ethnic groups, just looking at the features and the fashion, the clothes that they wear, it feels like it's multiracial. It's like really
Yeah.
Southeast Asia.
all the
Yeah.
different animals also. I mean, the elephant, the water buffalo.
They all
So
represent
actually,
the
there's a bigger dream, right? Our dream is to have a Sacred Guardians series for each of the different Southeast Asian countries and languages, right?
Yep.
Ideal, that's the
That's the
eventual
part of the plan.
vision. Yeah, so we're slowly getting there.
Pipeline.
Yeah,
Pipeline. All right.
But whoever's your favorite hero, hopefully one day, they'll get their own standalone series, their own standalone comic book.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like I said, this is a question I have to ask. Let us know who your favorite. If you have already read the book or you have
Mhm.
seen the artwork, tell us who your favorite Sacred Guardian is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean, this is part of the Q. Actually, we're supposed to have a Q&A. So
Okay, Q&A. Okay.
Actually, that question you just asked, right? Maybe you guys can also tell us. I'm curious to know, who is your favorite character, Arik and Ideal?
My favorite character would be the character that I played the voice, which is Dave. Because I feel that although he's not from this earth, right? He has more empathy than a lot of other humans.
Mm.
Humans, like, you see someone else in trouble, I don't want to bother, I don't want to get myself into trouble, that kind of stuff. But this Dave, he has so much love and empathy for humans that even the thing doesn't consist him, right? Doesn't involve him. He like, okay, I want to go there and solve this guy's problem. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
In modern context, we will call these kind of people
Extra.
idealists, right?
Oh, sorry. I
Idealist.
said extra.
Yeah, extra. Yeah, this
Yeah.
guy's so extra. No, I mean, I think he has just a lot of empathy, and I think he's my kind of hero. Guys with a lot of empathy. Yeah, he's my kind of hero.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in
I
case
see.
in case people have questions, Dave was actually also set up to be part of a hero of this universe.
Yeah. Then Ideal, I think this question is very hard for you to answer.
Very
but
hard, very hard.
Yeah, maybe you
Yeah.
can just share how you feel about it.
Well, technically, since I created all the characters, I love all of them, and all of them are actually have very complex backgrounds. I took a lot of time and trouble to write the background story before I even developed the story. So I developed the character first. I made them who they are, so that it's easier for me to insert them into the story. So that alone was a very tedious process. So I can feel a lot of love for them, and they are all actually very diverse, very different characters, but they are all interesting in their own way. They have different hopes and dreams, but they are generally very good people. I think they are very nice people. They will fight to defend. And Dave is sort of the inspiration that these people aspire to become like. like Dave is there to guide them. Like he always says he's a teacher, but what does he teach? Actually, his actions are his teachings. To, like he said, like Arik said, to be empathetic. Always always be the kind of a stand-up guy. Like yes, I will settle this. Instead of waiting for things to change, these are the guys who start being the change. Yeah.
I
So that's
see.
so like for a lot of things, for example, Nina, instead of waiting around, she herself takes action to stop crime, in a place where people don't really bother about criminals running around. And then Changnim's arc is very interesting because instead of lamenting about animals being used for war, he actually takes it upon himself to free a whole herd of captured elephants. No, it's actually a much longer story. When I remember, it's a very cute arc that I wrote, but we had to
Yeah,
condense
the
for
elephants. The elephant story is great.
elephant story.
Yeah. If
Changnim sounds like he's from Thailand.
What is today Thailand, but back
Yeah.
then it's a region that comprises of multiple cultures that eventually form Cambodia, Laos, Thailand, Myanmar.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
in that region, it's always the elephants are like the
The Warawati. The Warawati is actually the spread of influence even all the way down to the
Right.
southern areas of Southeast Asia.
because I realized in that part of the world, that region, right, like elephants are given like this very
Yeah.
high regard, right?
High
Elephants,
regard.
right? Yeah.
Because elephants carry logs for us to build our temples and can
Right,
drag
right.
stones.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you really think about
This is I think it's a treasure. He's really, every time
Uh,
he starts talking about the characters and their backstory, it's like, wow, it's like a history class.
Yeah, it's like a
But
history
except
class.
It's more fun, but more
yeah,
fun.
more fun.
Yeah, so I think, that's really,
It's like it's fiction,
yeah.
but somehow it's based on non-fiction things. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
Like all the
exactly.
characters I understand they're all fiction. But when you go into the backstories, when he started telling me all these, or why is this character there, it feels like somehow it's non-fiction, but it's fiction. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think to Ideal is like so clear. All of these Changnim, Elang, all these characters, they're so real. I think that we get to see them just for a very short while in the comic book, but I'm sure that to Ideal, they are totally real human beings.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you said, what you see of them is something that I already know before I put them inside the story. So it's a whole lot of things. In the near future, maybe we'll do some short comic strips just
Yeah.
to flesh out
Linging,
these
maybe we
characters.
have
we should do more.
Linging, sorry. Do we have any questions from
Yeah.
anybody or
Yes,
something like that? Maybe we can
exactly,
take this time to what is that called? Answer some of your questions. Yeah.
I think we have some questions coming in the live stream. Okay, Ihun asks, what is the difference to create for comics and audiobooks in the creative process? I think Ideal, yeah, your experience as the writer for the comics, right? And
So
then
what's the difference?
Yeah, and
Translating
then-
it into an audio book, lah.
yeah, the audio production, well, there was casting, there was a lot of directing. So what's the difference to you?
Well, actually, the comic book itself is, of course, just writing the story is a challenge on its own. And then you think you already have the story right, so the book is already out, and then hey, just convert to audiobook. But when I sat down to actually start doing it, it kind of got overwhelming because you realize that you have to do a lot of other things. It's almost like a video production, just not like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
insane.
video production, but then we're wearing our t-shirt and whatnot lah. There's no costume.
And then we have to liaise with soap. We had to run auditions, and of course, and then a lot of time was also spent just listening to everyone. I have to be fair to people who audition, so I listen to every single one of them, every single thing they say, because I appreciate when people send their and take their time to audition. And to those who audition, but even though you guys were not chosen, I still want to thank you all. You guys are amazing talents, all of you. All of you that sent in, you were all amazing. Yep. But maybe in the future we can work together on other things as well. Maybe from the Secret Gardens universe. But like I'm saying, it's every single step takes a lot of time for the audio recording. for the other comic book, and then we had to after we chose everyone, we had to meet them all individually to explain to them the characters, right, Arik? Yeah, like what the story is about, how to get a feel of the character. So that alone is another tedious process that took us about almost a month.
Yeah, I think I remember
Yeah.
submitting
Yeah,
my
very long.
audition. What's that called? Recording.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was I think Basil, right? Basil.
Basil, yeah.
Basil actually asked me, if I could send in audio recording and give me
Mm,
some lines. I'm like, okay, let's just try record this. I don't know what's
Yeah.
gonna happen, but
yeah.
yeah, I was pretty shocked because a couple of months later he contacted me you remember the audio recording that you sent for audition? I said, yeah.
Mm,
I think we kind of when you get you on board, I'm like, wow, really?
yeah, it's so exciting. It's something
Yeah.
so new
I
to
think the
us.
process the
Yeah.
idea has to go through, I think it's quite interesting. Because
Interesting, yeah.
writing it and realizing it into an audio drama is, I think,
Yeah,
two different things, right?
It's really different.
Yeah.
Oh, we have one
One more question. One more
guys.
question.
Just to give you a heads up. Ross asked, "Hi Ross. Okay, how was the voice
Hi,
actors
Ross.
chosen according to the characters? So yeah, we can talk more about the casting. How did we
Okay.
choose?
So from the multitude of voices that I hear, I when I wrote the characters, I have an idea how they sounded in my head. So when these people when these guys when they audition for the character, I had to listen very very closely. Even down to their pronunciation, even the way they talk. The tone, the when we talk, we have our own features, right? Our own pitch, our own flow. So I had to pay real attention because I need to understand that this actor can become the voice that I want him or her to be. So it was not easy. Like I said, when I got handed all the voices, I really really went through each and every one of them like tediously. I mean, with all the respect that I can give them.
Mm,
So how did I finally choose? Of course, they had to sound the way I know my character will sound.
mm,
Yeah. And it was not easy. And then there was one character, I think Nina. Nina, I think was the only one that had more than a couple of voices that I had to isolate and listen to each of them for like 3 hours. Because
Just
I repeat just because I
Mm,
really had to choose properly.
yeah.
Yeah. So when I kept and then I eliminated, so got down to two, and then the next 2 hours, no, I just kept comparing within the two.
Mm,
Yeah, I mean, I had to give the people who audition that much respect, just to show you guys that I really appreciate all this, and I hope you guys will want to continue working with the Sacred Guardians project in the future even.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we have another question from Tina for Arik. She
Oh.
asks, Arik, what attracted you to work on this audiobook project?
Okay, in all honesty, when I submitted, say my audition recording, when I first sent in, it was merely for work sourcing. I just wanted to find work as an actor. We try to find more work, right?
Mm,
And then because even in the audition, I think I was only sent like one paragraph of this line by Dave. So I actually don't know what is this Sacred Guardians all about. I don't know. I just heard like it's some kind of like superhero project. I don't even have much information on the project. So I merely did what I had to do. I recorded my voice, just imagined how I think this superhero would sound or something like that. Just sent in my recording, and yeah, couple of months, I think couple of months later, and then Basil actually contacted me and told me that they'd be more than happy to work with me for this project. And I'm like, yeah. But when I got the script, and then I was like, dude, how come I never hear of you guys before? That was the first thing I asked him. How come I've never heard of you guys before? You guys, these are amazing work. I told him like this is good work, because I've not seen any locals producing such work before, such script. See, because the problem with a lot of local scripts is they tend to be too elaborative, assuming like you're stupid.
Okay. Descriptive.
Too descriptive.
A lot of telling.
A lot of telling, not showing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think like the way Ideal writes is maybe because he directs videos as well, right? And you know, in videos they have this show don't tell.
Yeah.
You know, they have
exactly.
this show don't
Very
tell,
important lesson for comic creators.
right? Show
Yeah.
don't tell. You're supposed to
Mm.
show, not tell.
Yeah.
You know, so the words are very minimal, but there's the illustration portion. So the illustration portion is giving you information which the script does not give you.
Yes.
But the script gives you the information
Yeah.
which the illustration does not give you,
Yes.
right? Because see, if just looking at the picture, you don't know where's this place, what? But the
Yeah.
script can be telling you in Swarna Dwipa. You see?
Mm-mm.
So
Yeah.
so it's really show don't tell or tell don't show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Actually, really shout out to Alan. Alan did an amazing
Yeah,
job.
I think
I think this was a great combo. Adil and Alan. Because
Yeah.
Alan's he's a fantastic artist as well, and I think he managed to bring across a lot of the characters,
Yeah,
expressions, their personalities, and all that in the
I agree.
artwork.
Alan is amazing,
Yeah.
and you know he understood the script when I showed him.
Mm.
Because like Ling Ying and Arik said, in my script there were minimal conversation, but the description were a lot.
Yeah.
So Alan had to sift through all the descriptions of the scene, and he's like,
Yeah.
why you give me so many things to draw?
Yeah. So to answer the question, right? Honestly, in all honesty, when I first sent an audition, I wasn't expecting this much. I thought it was just like some
Or like a television, like a 3 minute.
like a
trailer.
3 minute. You need a voice of a person or something.
Mm.
I didn't know it's gonna be like a full blown script you know, like this. So when I started reading all these different characters, I'm like, oh my God, is this even a local production? Because I've worked on a project in Indonesia, I've worked on project in Malaysia. So it feels to me like this is like an international worthy production, you know,
Yeah.
based on
Yeah.
the content itself. I felt this is, it feels more than just a local production. So
It's a universal story.
yeah. And so while recording it, I just fell in love with the project more and more. So in fact, I remember when I think before or after a couple of days after I started recording, and then I actually texted Basil and Ideal. I said like, is there anything like, you know, you want me to take note of for this? And I said, never mind, you just record first, you know, and then we will work with you along the way. And then Ideal came to my place. He gave me further directions. I actually, for your information, I re-recorded the whole thing 3 times.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Because
you all work really hard.
because
You all work really hard on
my
this,
first
yeah.
one was my own interpretation of what Dave is. So Dave was this. It's like it's a bit too big, right?
Dave,
It was slightly too loud.
The first Dave that he sent me was very hyper.
Very hyper. It's like it feels like I'm like this very hyper superhero lah.
Like a high strung paladin.
Yeah.
We will go and liberate the princess.
Yeah. Leader's like,
okay.
yeah, you know that kind. It's not the very poised, very suave kind of Dave. So, and then my second attempt after speaking to Ideal, I only managed to capture like maybe 50% of Dave's persona. Yeah. So when I started re-recording it like last week, and then I captured this. Okay, 就是这个. This is it.
The essence, the
This
essential Dave.
is the Dave that I've been working on for the past 1 month. Yes. Because sometimes it takes a time for you to eternalize something. Even when I'm working on TV projects, it's not like today I get a script, tomorrow I'm this person. You know, it really takes a while for me to eternalize the script and become this character.
Hi, Yongjin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So
that is all to answer the
Yeah.
question. Yeah.
So I mean, it's so much fun to talk about this, and after this, we can go and have some kopi and talk some more. But then we're kind of running short on time now, so we're going to wrap up with our final question. And thanks a lot to everyone in the comments feed who have been leaving us questions and comments.
Thank you so much.
I know a lot of you have been supporting us since day one, since the book was launched.
Since before the book was
Since
launched.
before the book was launched. So, you know, we're super grateful to have you guys with us always. And, you know, thanks for spreading the word. Thanks for supporting us. So the very last question that I wanted to ask today was, in one line, why should a reader read this comic book, Secret Guardians? So
One
guys-
line or one word?
One line.
One line. If it's one word, also can.
One word will be more difficult, right?
Yeah, one word.
It's got to be a Malay word I choose. Rugi. Rugi.
You don't read.
Rugi is like how to say?
Why?
Rugi. If you
It's a
don't read
loss.
it, you lose out lah.
You lose out.
What about you, Adil?
Rugi.
Yeah.
One line why you should read. We need your money. No,
That one is also true, but then. Okay, loading time.
yeah, let me just recycle that thought.
Yeah, I think for the
Let me
writer,
change it to
it's,
something more politically correct.
it's challenging. You already wrote so many lines inside, right?
No, I
How
think
do
you
sum
guys
it
gotta
up?
just
get it.
yeah.
Yeah, but to be honest, please do buy it because you should give it an opportunity. It's even though it's a superhero comic book, you know, but it's actually a very good opportunity to find out more about Southeast Asia. You know where this where we are, where we come from. You know, try to understand the nature of our surroundings, so that if you understand our past, we tend to have more pride in who we are, in our identity today. So I hope this comic book is a very good starting place for you, maybe your kids, your friends, to understand a lot of things,
Yeah.
and all of this is delivered in a very fun way.
That's one paragraph, by the way.
Yeah, that's one paragraph. Truly, Adil is truly a writer. Thanks so much, guys, and thanks again for
Thank you
being.
so much.
Thank you, Asiapac,
Yeah.
for inviting us. I
Thank
enjoyed my
you.
time. It's my first time in a bookshop
Yeah.
setting. I like it.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Times,
great.
for
Thanks
having
to-
us.
yeah,
Thank you,
thanks a lot
Times.
to
Thank you so much,
Guru
Times.
and the SBPA for organizing this today. We'll see you guys online. Do join us on our social media channels. I'll leave them in the comments feed. And thanks again, and have a wonderful weekend to everyone here. Thank you. And
All right,
play
bye-bye.
The video,
Yeah.
the last video trailer. Thank you.
Thank you.
The Singapore Book Publishers Association is celebrating UNESCO World Book and Copyright Day 2021 on the 23rd of April with a book bazaar promotion. The book bazaar will be held over a period of 10 days starting from the 23rd of April. This is a virtual book fair accompanied with programs curated for the consumers in mind. You can enjoy our fabulous book promotions, participate in our exciting webinars and book launches. Free audiobook and ebook and books to win is waiting for you. Hurry, visit bookbazaar.sg now.